Coming to the stage, Shawn P. Greene. How you like me now? All right, let's just start with this. What's up, everybody? Shawn P. Greene. There you go. All right, fine. I can hear myself. Good. Shawn P. Greene, Shawn P. Greene Show. And I got backstage my bro. Remember, SeanPGreen.com. I just did this so you can see where you're going to donate. Cash App or PayPal. And I never have takers, so it's always good. So here he is,
Oh no.
the man, not the myth. What's
What's
up,
up?
brethren?
Hey, how are you?
When was the last
What's
time we
cooking?
did anything like this?
Um, Very long time, years and years, probably. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
we're doing it today. So we're gonna talk about whatever, I don't really have any.
You're frozen like this. I'm waiting.
Sad idea is hope is that this thing I have no memory left in this computer.
I know, because you froze. Like,
Yeah.
we should just do that.
Well, and not only that, I'm not on the internet. Yeah. It's the Frozen podcast. So, how you doing, Daryl? How you doing?
What's up? You look good though, man. Your lighting is good. Your camera is good. Oh no, what happened? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are just paused here for a moment. Shawn P. Greene Show will return, rocking and rolling as it ever was, with minimal delay, because that's how he do. Is this just me, or am I in the room? I'm here. Tick tock, tick tock. What shall we do? Should I log out, log back in? I have no idea.
All right, so we're giving this a shot again. I had to
Hey, hey.
close on more stuff on my computer. I think we're gonna. All right. So tell me, Brandon Greene, or should I say Leo?
Well, yeah, it's my artist name, of course.
Yeah. So what it is, man? What's the haps in the last couple record deals?
Oh, no record deals. Just working on music for fun, really, to be honest with you. I am collaborating a little bit with Sabe. I don't know if anybody remembers Sabe from The Strength. We're all together in the Flavor Alliance down in Tampa, at Crossover Church. So he and I have been working on music probably, I'd say, last 2 years. He's got quite a bit of work. The Strength did an album that I produced. That's just at the very, very tail end of like final mixing and stuff to be released. So we're just waiting on that. But again, this is more like just for the love of music itself. Um, I'm not personally looking to gain anything monetarily out of it. Would that be great? Yeah, of course. But just doing it because these are old friends. I always had a good time making music with them. Sabe especially is always energetic and passionate. Very encouraging in terms of like faith, being a man, being creative. So, that's been something we worked on for a while. Now it's more sparse. We don't see each other as much, but he's got a lot of music he's working on. So just something to do. Keeps me off the streets so I don't get in no trouble.
You know, them streets is crazy lately.
The streets are crazy,
All
right out
them
here in
teen
this.
takeovers.
Oh my God. Yeah, they had a team takeover in Clearwater. Do they have those happening in
They,
Buffalo too?
I mean, they've had a couple similar, but it's really been lately. There's this SUV that's been traveling the west side with a group of young guys with machetes, and they're actually slicing people.
No
That's
kidding.
crazy. Yeah, man.
No kidding.
Nobody likes that.
No.
It makes me want to go to Home Depot and get some machetes and be prepared.
Yeah, it
Come
reminds
at
me
me,
of
bro.
a Quentin Tarantino movie. No.
Right.
Machete.
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 That's Trejo. Trejo,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. What was his name? No, it wasn't Johnny, was it? Danny.
No. Danny
Danny
Trejo.
Danny Trejo. Yeah, actually, he's got a really epic story. Um, from where he grew up in the streets, served time in prison, got out. Dude, I recently watched something about him. He's definitely now one of the most um charitable and like giving people. Like he saved some guy or lady, whatever, in the middle of the street that got in an accident. It's pretty
Hmm.
cool. So, proof that anybody's life can turn around.
I did a short scene in a movie that never really materialized for me, but with Mike Madsick or Madison. Mike
Mike
Madison.
Mike Madsen?
Yeah. He was doing some film, and I had like me and him were in a room together waiting on this crew, and I had like a good 5 minutes with him alone. I was like, "Hey, man, well, chopping it up." I didn't know what to say, and
Don't
but he was telling me that he would like to see Danny Trejo to get more recognition. That was one of his more important things he had to get out that day. So I thought that was kind of cool. That um, obviously he's been a great actor in many roles, but yeah, he doesn't get the recognition he needs, and I think maybe Mexican American, kind of hindered some of his roles, but he was a legend. You know what I mean? Whether it's
Yeah,
in a Spanish role or not, it doesn't matter.
yeah, wasn't he in Spy Kids too? I think he was in one of the Spy Kids, wasn't he?
I think that was Antonio
That was it.
Banderas.
Antonio Banderas was definitely in Spy Kids.
Yeah.
Uh, all right, I might be confusing them, but yeah, I don't know. I think with what Hollywood and media in general, whatever they can sensationalize that's negative or, just gets people talking and upset. If you want to highlight the good that people do, um, Hollywood media don't generally offer that.
Nope. And you have gatekeepers. It's one thing I don't like, about that whole game is there's gatekeepers. There's people that and I'm not just talking about entertainment. It's a lot of places, where people are if they like you or they don't. Even on jobs. I mean, I worked at I think it's a former company now called HSBC, and there's two ladies that just didn't like me, and they just made it difficult for me to have a career there. And it was like temporary assignment, so it wasn't like was going in finance or anything. I was just playing along with whatever they gave me at the time. But they were kind of gatekeeping, if you will, to see, oh, we like them or we don't like them, and they're going to treat you a certain way if they don't like you. So it
Yes.
i- it is what it
I
is.
think we've all had jobs like that. And even if you play by the gatekeeper's rules, if um, they're really trying to keep you, then they change the rules and punish you for not realizing you can't read minds. Oh no, it changed. I didn't know. Well, now your performance stinks. Oh well, nobody told me.
Yeah, you have a 4-minute window to clock in and out. Now you
Wait.
have a 3-minute window.
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me? Oh, it's in the report that we sent out everybody. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Everybody
Well,
but
when did you
you.
send that out? Yeah,
Oh, in
all those
five
kind of
minutes.
things.
We're gonna send it out in 5 minutes. Just you didn't get it. Well, future me isn't here yet.
Right. Yeah, it's work environments is not always fun. If you're in a place where people don't like you and they're gatekeeping, or at least they're up higher up above you, it can be frustrating and annoying to try to get through a work day with those people. So I understand that.
Yeah.
I ended up
Yeah.
learning that I'm going to be the gatekeeper at it, type from that point forward.
Yeah. I gatekeep. I wanted to gatekeep gatekeepers.
Yeah. Vet the vetters.
Eddie Vetters. Gatekeep the Eddie Vetters.
Yeah, that's kind of our logic. So,
Sorry.
anyways, so this is not like in the debate chat. This is just on my Facebook page live and on my YouTube channel live.
Yeah, we're
So,
just hanging,
and
doing.
I was trying to put it in Rumble and it's not connecting for some reason.
Okay.
So, I'm going to see if the Twitch will allow it to go in. We'll just go from there. All right. So, I think we're on live on Twitch now.
All right.
Again, SeanPGreen.com for all the links. All right. I kind of I adapted a subtitle of what this is since I'm doing it on Tuesday and there was a Taco Tuesday thing. I do it Tough Taco Tuesday because another girl in Buffalo calls her Tuesday night show Tough Talk Tuesday. Nah, I'm just thinking outside the bun, so to speak.
Tough taco.
Tough Taco
Oh,
Tuesday.
all right.
Anyway, speaking of tacos, how about the New York Knicks, man?
I don't see the correlation. However, the New York Knicks. Okay, so I didn't pick them early in the season, but mostly I'm more of a Magic fan. I actually grew up a Bulls fan,
Hmm.
but moving down here, I decided to pick a team in Florida. 'Cause how is Buffalo connected to the Knicks? There, we're not. But so I knew that they would be good. I just did not see them making it past first round, possibly second round. But when they essentially lit it up, once they hit the finals, I was like, I don't care what anybody says. There's no way San Antonio. I was thinking sweep actually. After the first game, I thought sweep. And then I was actually surprised when San Antonio stole a game. Oh man, I don't know why you're wearing that stuff, but whatever.
No, that's the
Um,
AI.
oh, it's AI. Okay, all right. But no, I like 100% was confident. I told people, yeah, there's zero chance the Spurs will win. Oh no, the Spurs, blah blah blah. They've been good all year. And Wemby, that whole team. Look at the math of it. Every single game, the Knicks came back. You know what I mean? They're always down, and then the Spurs always choked all the way through. They won
Hmm.
one game. Big deal.
Well, I mean, also Sunday night, Carolina Hurricanes won their games, their series. So they're the champions of the Stanley Cup, and both the Knicks and the Hurricanes went 16-3 in all their series. Isn't that something?
No kidding. Did
Yeah.
not know that. I didn't know that. Now, um, I really kind of strongly disliked the Vegas Knights. So as soon as the Canes were in, even when Buffalo was out, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna go with the Canes. So yeah, you
Well,
had to pick somebody.
the Canes had the best record in the East, but I would have went for the Canadians, but I knew how strong the Canes were, and obviously we want the Sabres to make it, but
Yeah,
with Jack Eichel going to the Golden Knights, of course,
yeah, you already knew. You
we
saw the
kind of hate
connection.
him. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You saw the
Since he used to
connection.
be on the Sabres years ago, and he
Yeah.
defected when they did the expansion. So it is what it is, man.
Yep.
So, but yeah, Las Vegas is like the hot spot for new franchises now. The Las Vegas Raiders. They've jumped around all over, but
Yep.
they got their home there now. And isn't there um isn't there a basketball team possibility too in Las Vegas?
So I have not heard about basketball. However, my team, I don't know if you remember my favorite baseball team growing up, but
Yeah.
I love the Oakland Athletics.
Mhm.
So the A's are now in Vegas, and I just think that's blasphemous. It's terrible.
Hmm.
That one makes me want to puke. I really despise that. When the Rays expanded, I obviously was down in Florida then, so I'm all Rays all the way now. But
Hmm.
ugh, what's Vegas gonna do? Probably every team they now have will win championships. I wonder why.
They got that bling bling. They
Yeah,
got the cheddar. Yeah, so yeah, Las Vegas, and I kind of thought it was odd that there's a hockey team in Utah, but of course Salt Lake is a very wintry place, so and there's it's ski
that's
country for
true.
a lot of
There's
people.
that's true.
Didn't
That's
I
true.
didn't really think about that until later, but you know, Utah Jazz on the other hand, I kind of question with all these Mormons, what the heck is a basketball team doing in Utah? But it worked for them, so the franchise and out west you don't have, habitable cities like the East Coast, you got tons of them. The West Coast, you got all this space in between all these large cities, and everything is just kind of smashed on the coast. So they had to do something to spread it out in the Midwest or, and mountain regions and all that stuff. But
Well, they become regional. They become like multi-state where there are borders. Um, Obviously, for instance, Kansas City Chiefs. They're in two states, sometimes three or four. In terms of their fan base, they have to do that. But I don't know about the Utah name. Is that the Mammoths or something?
Mammoths, yeah.
Yeah, I actually liked that name. That when they were kicking them around, I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. So, and
Yeah, not
then
too controversial.
mm-mm. Oh, and then when Seattle a couple of years ago, I knew Seattle would get a hockey team, and they were the Kraken. At first, I was like, "That's a little weird," but then I thought, "Well, no, that's cool because right on the coast, they'll have big storms. Like that's pretty cool."
Mhm.
They're competitive-ish, but um, I'm not as big of a basketball fan as I once was. But you got to get the Sonics back in Seattle. You got to get a Sonics team.
I don't know, Oklahoma's not gonna give that up, that's for sure.
No, 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 no. I don't know if you not maybe not a lot of people know this, but when Seattle Supersonics, closed shop, that franchise did not take any of their records or anything with them.
Hmm.
So they essentially became like an expansion. So in the event that Seattle ever does get another basketball team, then they'd have all that. But
Never
man,
knew
who
that.
knows? Who knows? I don't know. Well, neither of us are billionaires, so
Yeah. We're
nothing
not
we
privy to
can.
all the info.
No, no, not
They don't send us
whatsoever.
the emails.
No,
We're in
but
a
we are
little
here to
let.
spread rumors and conjecture
Right, right.
and
We're gonna just
opinions.
impose our own ideas,
That's
whether
right.
they like it or not.
That's absolutely right.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you had any specific topics. I do want to cover, uh, maybe maybe next week, but last week we did a revival 4-day services,
Okay.
4 days of like two services a day, and that's new for here. Doing that kind of thing. The Northeast predominantly Catholic, but it's Catholicism is losing ground little by little. Not only
Oh
that,
yeah.
especially in Buffalo with controversy.
Mm.
We had people that were covering up, scandals. So now they're selling like crazy, and either they're consolidating and they're selling off property, or they're just closing altogether all these Catholic churches in Buffalo in the
Oh
region.
yeah.
And if anything, Islam has been increasing buying property little by little, and mosques are taking over, even like Methodist churches and
That
Presbyterian churches and all kinds of stuff.
well, that I didn't. That part I didn't know in terms of purchasing property,
Yeah, oh yeah.
especially Muslims. But it is in a sense to be expected because it's part of the agenda. With what is it, CARE, the CAIR, there a lot of the agenda is to um, penetrate, infiltrate, and overtake different organizations such as like your education, your finance, things of that nature. They want to wedge their way in and take root and spread out within those. Um, Obviously, real estate makes sense.
Well, they're smart. I'm not going to discredit their ability to, strategize and execute. They're doing better than any
You gotta be careful
European
using that
descent.
word execute. You gotta be careful using the word execute.
Oh, that's on their agenda too.
Yeah, I know.
Executing the plan. I'll be very specific. Yes.
Oh, they're very, very strategic.
Yes. So the plan is that they have a total takeover. This revival we did last week was kind of like we did it out in the parking lot. The whole idea was to show out a little bit, say, "Hey, we're not going away. You're gonna do what you got to do, but we're gonna do what we got to do to survive as a system of religion, if you will."
Hmm.
Although we believe it's more than just that, but so that was we had a good 4 nights that were revival services, and then Monday and Tuesday night were outside in the parking lot, loudspeakers, all that stuff. So people who work nights, we made them, Probably pissed them off a little, but they're
Oh
trying to
well.
sleep,
Oh
and
well.
it is what it is. But we had a good time. A lot of people received Christ. A lot of people, some people were getting healed and delivered. Just a lot of good opportunity for people who don't do nothing in the church to do something outside the church, and that was kind of fun for us. So, anyways, that's what we did last week. I'll probably elaborate more on that next week,
That's
but it was
cool.
a good
What?
time.
Yeah, but when you do kind of like you said, elaborate, expound on it, and share stories, um, if you've got people that you could find that want to share, be a great platform. Probably just have conversations like we're having now.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'd be a lot of fun, and um, probably excite other people.
testimonials are always good encouragement to others in certain communities like that. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Um, oh, I just got a notice that rain is coming. What else is
Ooh.
new? I'm glad I did my lawn today. Yeah, you got to do that. You got to keep on top of things like that.
So I have like a love hate thing with the lawn. I used to enjoy doing it in Buffalo, dreaded it with a home here in Florida. And now that I'm in a condo, I could just hear them outside just going by. And then the weed eaters and I'm like, "Oh, look, it's nice out. The lawn's done. That's so nice."
Yeah, it's
But I
convenient that
I always I
you
always
don't have
like
to
doing it
sweat
in
that.
Buffalo.
It's just it's the air is not sweaty. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that bad.
Sweat. No drip.
Yeah, there. If you do it early and enough in the day, it's not too bad. Or late at night, but
Oh
usually
man,
I like to do it.
even the middle of the day in Buffalo is still 10 times better than doing it down here.
Hmm.
And the grass
Yep.
is smoother. You can get those edges on your driveway with the weed eater way better and the edger. Whereas down
Hmm.
here, it's St. Augustine grass, if anybody knows. Basically, it's sponge with green spikes coming out. It's
Spot
terrible.
sod, Florida
It's
sod. Yeah.
yeah, awful. Worst stuff ever.
Remember Mike Setlock used to when he visited, he was always making fun of like the sod concept for Florida lawns. I'm like, bro,
Sponge.
they can't do nothing. They can't grow like we do up north. So,
No, no. I mean, you remember Dad's old house, Melissa's house now. That that was grass. He tried to overseed it, and it just became dirt, sand.
hmm, and it's
Let
better
me.
that
He
he
put
just put all
rocks.
that rocks all over it. That took care of
I
the
mean,
issue.
overall, you just put some weed killer down, and it's hey easier to maintain.
Yes. Yeah, he worked tirelessly on that property,
Oh
and
yeah,
now
facts.
he's trying to do he's trying to renovate my house because I won't. I just don't do anything. He
let him
knows
do
better. I,
let him
I
do what he
listen.
wants.
Here's my logic. I had a small apartment up until 2017, right? Two small, two-bedroom, small apartment. So
I remember it. Yeah, it was
to
nice.
me, yeah, it was probably about 700 square foot. I don't even know. Something maybe a little bit bigger. But the concept for me was, well, the rent's going up. Let me buy something that's not gonna go up in price so much,
Yep.
and I have more space for my crap. I mean, I still got crap, bro. I mean, I got to do
I
something about
I know
sifting,
you're
but
you're almost like you're almost on the hoarder level. I know how you are.
yeah, this is an example behind me just to show you
I'm not even looking, but I see it.
stuff I never used, and I figured, well, Sanford and Son in the house.
Yeah.
But since he's been here, he likes things squared away and organized and fixed and looking nice. And I'm like, okay. I went down to Florida just recently it was a quick visit, but I went
Yeah.
down there basically to drive Rosemary and Mariah back up. And it was only 7 days I was gone. By the time I came back, like the char that was left on the stove was cleaned up by Aunt Lisa and Dad. Uncle Roger had installed some stuff in the bathroom for organization. Like
Yeah.
like the whole dad had all the troops come in as soon as I left,
Yeah,
so
yeah, he's making moves. He can go away for a few days. You can't recognize it.
he was
Yeah,
happy I left. He was playing Elvis every single day and
I believe it.
energetic, and as soon as I came back, he's back to sitting on his chair watching television.
Oh,
He likes
you're in
his
his
freedom. I know,
you're in
I don't
his
blame him.
space, man.
Yeah.
You thought he was coming to your space.
Listen, I don't care.
You're in his space.
I'm never here. I'm almost never here, and if I'm here, I'm sleeping, so I don't
I
even
know.
care. It's like, whatever. He tells me, "Oh, you need to do this." "Oh, I do? Okay. Well, I'll think about it." And I walk away and he tries to get take the action for me, so I don't have to worry
Good.
about it. He's
No,
my
no.
maintenance man.
Well, he's technically your maintenance director.
Whatever he is, he's doing it right.
There you go.
I'm not home to enjoy it. I'm home to sleep, eat, and then I'm out the door doing something. So it's just the way I operate.
I've adjusted to yeah, I kind of like it too. I like getting out and going to like hang out maybe with friends, go out to eat or whatever. I also like when I can go to beach or do something nature. But the routine of like I go to work, I come home, I lay low, watch a couple movies, make some dinner, chill out. I kind of like that vibe. I've adjusted to it. So I don't know if it's age or if it's just I'm kind of over the period where you got to impress people. Like I don't care about impressing anyone. I don't care.
Yeah, I no longer worry about what's even on television at this point. I'm just so far away from my living room because dad has the remote 24/7 that I just gave up. I was like, whatever. I just move
uh,
on.
is the
And I
volume at 100? That's the question.
sometimes, but I have this Roku remote though that has a little headphones feature. So he can
Oh.
listen to the television and the Roku remote control.
Now, don't tell them that I said this, but did you know that Roku remotes are essentially universal? So, like a different TV remote from a different room, that Roku remote will probably run the TV. So, if you ever want to troll them a little bit, just get them a little upset, you can bring that one in and just start changing the channels on them and stuff.
I do that on my phone because I download the Roku app. He's trying to do something, and I ask him, "What are you doing?" "I'm trying to get this thing. It just keeps messing up." Oh, I don't know what's wrong with this thing.
Oh,
I
we
got him
are
a couple
terrible.
times. Yeah, yeah.
He's got it. He's smart though. He'll figure it out.
No, I had to tell him. I had to disclose my hidden agendas. So, anyways, man, what else happened? Sports is a big deal. I
Yep.
ran okay, this 250-year celebration with this wrestling. Did you or the
With the UFC, I
MMA? Yeah,
watched. Yeah, with the UFC, I watched some of that. That
I
was
didn't watch
good.
any of it.
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I love America. I'm very patriotic, but I'm not gonna be all. I wasn't all excited about everything that was going on. I definitely thought it was over the top. Um, I'm not anti any of it. It's just okay. You want to do that? That's fine. But I thought the flyover was really cool. Um, I think it was probably uncomfortable for a lot of service members for how it went down. Overall, though, I thought the fights were cool. Um, and that was it. But I don't have Paramount Plus, so I was just kind of like, I wasn't jacking any feeds. Okay, and just put it out there.
Cracking codes.
Um, no, didn't break any codes, but I did just kind of wait for it to come up and watch the recaps. So I knew, what was going on with the fights. Um, not a bit, I will tell you this much though. I don't know how, but I want to see on July 11th the return of Conor McGregor. That one I want to see. So, but the in terms of America 250, hey man, 250 years. Um, it's cool. The 4th of July should be a lot of fun too. I want to shoot my friend with bottle rockets. We see we have like a bottle rocket blast off, blow each other up.
Mom sent me a shirt, like a long, got an American flag on it with faith, family, and whatever something on it. And I wore it a couple times already, but sometimes I wear it on purpose in public. And I'm not like this patriotic troll. I'm just a troll, and I'm patriotic, but I did it on purpose in every space I can go to see people's reactions. You know what I mean? Just watch, if there's a real super liberal just ready to burn me at the stake or something. It's just kind of fun to watch that. But I'm not
What?
like alt right. I'm not down with like the agenda of let's push back on everybody. Yeah, we're the best. And like, eh, you guys go ahead and fight amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna have my a good life. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about all that.
That's how I feel. It's not. Since when is an American flag or patriotic colors um, like defined as a political party? Neither of them own those colors or the flag. Your identity should be above your party as a member, a citizen of the United States. So, I mean, if I see somebody wearing that, how my first thing isn't, oh, they're Republican. My first thought is, all right, it's American colors. That's all it should be. So if somebody was to say anything, I don't even tell people what my party is. I remember way back when Clinton ran against whoever, and Dad went out to vote, and he comes home, and I was like, oh, who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for? He's like, I'm not telling you. I was like, really? I'm like 14 or whatever it was at the time. I don't know. I can't vote. Tell me why. Tell me who. But I'm making fun of him. But at the same point in time, it is kind of a private thing. But if I'm an American and I love my country, I want to wear red, white, and blue. What's party got to do with it?
There's a lot of people that break relationships over it. That's what I think is terrible because you have potentially the all these memories, all these good times, and all this good relationship with somebody that you turned against just because you know who they voted for now. And if it's against what you believe, even if you hate the candidate, you shouldn't hate the voter for what they believe. This is an issue in my opinion. You
Yep,
should not be hostile towards anybody because of how
correct.
they feel and think.
Well, correct.
Unless they're hostile towards you, there's no reason to be hostile towards them.
Exactly. Exactly. But I don't know. I do have concerns about our country, the direction we're headed. But I've felt this way for years now, so it's not any sort of sorry, I'm getting tired, it's late for Brandon.
Yeah,
Um
man.
I get
I'm getting there too.
for the last I mean, this election is no exception. It's been probably the last three, which now so that means we're going back 8 years ish. No, like 10 years, you
Mhm.
know? Next one's coming up in what, 2 years. So yeah, I've been uneasy and uncomfortable, and not very excited at all for any of that. Very disillusioned, which I think a lot of Americans are. I think that's part of it. If you're really like gung ho, here's this party that's disappointed you, and the other party just infuriates you. So what do? I just feel as though they're all liars. So pick your favorite liar.
Right. Well, politics is to me is just a career, and then some people institute policies, but some people just create policies to justify their existence. It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you running? Is it just so that you can feel like you did something in life? And some of the policies some of these people make are just ridiculous. Like, why? And I'm thinking local stuff right now, but just anywhere.
Hmm.
Like you're creating a policy that has that there's unnecessary. Doesn't make any sense to really worry about. And you're making it just to say I did this. And it doesn't
Yes.
there's no reason for it to even happen. To me
Yeah,
though,
because
those kind of politicians, they're just worthless to me. Why did we even vote for people like that?
well, it's a part of their. Well, they're also legacy building. No pun intended. But they have to show on their track record. I did this. I did this. I had this. Uh-oh, did we go down? Oh, everything cut out for a second. So they have to show I did this, I did this. So either A for re-election, they can show proof of what they did, what bills passed and whatnot, how the budget looks, or they can look at a higher platform, elevate themselves to something else. Oh yeah, I was a city councilman. Oh, now I'm going to run for mayor. Oh, I was a mayor. Well, now I'm going to run for the Senate.
It's
You know,
prestige.
that's a career politician. Um, the ones that kill me the most, because I think your local elections, um, I think it's the most evident that local elections are the ones that impact you personally the most, and that we as voters have the most influence over. I think on our national elections, we're so far disconnected because of their illusions. You know, they're they're not connected whatsoever with the will of the people. They'll just tell stories and get in there. But those elections basically ensure that these guys are going to be there until they die. You know, I would like to see somehow that there's a cap on how long they can do it. You know, 2 terms total for your president, 2 terms for your governor. Well, maybe your senators and your congressmen should have either 2 terms or whatever, 3 terms, something like that. That could be a little bit longer, but they just stay forever. They don't go away.
I think your camera's
What's wrong?
I think
What's
your
wrong with my
camera
camera?
well,
Did it cut out?
you're a black screen.
I'm no. I don't. I don't.
I got your audio.
He changed my name, you sucker. I just caught that. That's cool. All right, effing yuck guy. All right. So yeah, I don't know. Politics are they're a murky water really to get into and to discuss. So
Sometimes a lot of people don't want to get into politics, and I understand why. Because it's people are so heated on their beliefs that they attack each other, and
right.
whether it's religion, politics, or what have you, those are like the two biggest ones. But even sports teams, if you're from a rival city, you
Yep.
can't really talk about certain things. So
Well, I mean, I think even sports is going to be more friendly than politics, and you're right about how it divides and breaks down connections and stuff. But hey, I know this firsthand. So do a lot of like religious circles. You're going to be entrenched in your camp, and that's that. Even within the Christian faith, and I can tell you firsthand back in the day with certain groups that I would debate with, and that divided you even
mhm.
within the same faith.
Where are you at now? I mean, I remember back in the day you were like headstrong, Armenian,
Yeah,
tearing up Tulip,
yeah,
Calvinist,
yeah,
all that stuff.
yeah.
Where's your headspace at now?
I mean, I'm definitely I'm not a Calvinist, that's for sure. That hasn't changed. Um, I'm still a Christian, still believe in God. Um, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna adhere to certain things though that I once did. Um, I'm not interested in debating Calvinism versus Arminianism anymore. That became kind of like a mantra or something that I did. I think Okay, so part of it was one, I was knowledgeable in it. I did personally hold that view, and I faced a lot of opposition. And there was a big, I don't even want to say popularity, but just a lot of voices, a lot of influence, and a big um, group, if you will, and attraction to what circles I was in that obviously Christian hip hop was like very Calvinist. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. But that should be an album cover. That's perfect. If I was still doing Arminianism, boom, that's what I would do. But no, I mean I'm still holding to much of what I did, just not in the same sense. I'd have to break that down in a different way at a different time. But where's my? I'm all over the place. Yeah, I don't get into it anymore. I don't want to debate because I believe it's fruitless. To go into that debate, I'll tell you all the conversations I had, all the debates I had. Calvinists be like, "Wow, you're one of the first Arminians to actually explain it," and basically sound like I know what I'm talking about, and it made sense. And that was cool. That was nice. And it turned more so into a debate. I had a couple that were, I'd say, fun, if you will. And I could do formal debates or I could just have discussions back and forth. But overall, there's no change in anyone. Everybody still holds the same position. So it makes no sense. It serves no purpose. And we're just basically over here arguing for no good reason. That's how I felt about it, so that's why I don't engage in it anymore.
Were you able to reconcile some of those friendships over time, or at least people that you knew?
Um, I mean, there's no bad blood, there's no issue. That nobody's on the attack against one another. So I don't know if reconciliation is even necessary. If that, if that would be on somebody else's end. It's not on mine.
Hmm.
I think it
All
would only
right.
be necessary. I think reconciliation would only be necessary if somebody holds something against me, because I don't hold anything against anyone within that whole sphere.
Right on. Well, that's cool. Well, shoot. Well, since you're tired, I'm kind of tired, but I have Mariah.
I'm sorry. I'm just
No, no,
um.
no. Listen, I
I
have
thought we were
Mariah.
starting at 7. I apologize. I thought we were starting at
Oh,
7.
no, no. 9
Yeah.
p.m. I do this
I was
Tuesday
waiting. I
nights.
was like, dude, where's the link? Where's the link? I
Ah,
watched the whole movie waiting.
Tuesday night is at 9 is when I start. I usually start doing it through a different system though.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm down to do it again. Absolutely. I'll take a nap beforehand instead of watch a
Or
movie.
we can also pre-record another time too and
Yeah, man, we
just
could do
put
something.
it out there.
We could
So,
do something.
all right, man. Well, cool. Well, it's good to at least catch up a little bit.
I know
And
this is how brothers have to catch up. We have to do a podcast.
yeah, I know. I don't even talk on the phone that often, so
No, I don't like talking on the phone.
it's
No.
easier to talk on a microphone.
Yeah, man. I gotta get a decent setup. I got all the gear. I just don't do anything podcast wise. I think I'd have fun doing it.
Yeah. It gets fun, especially if you got enough people chatting about whatever, and sometimes you can get some debates and heated arguments, or opinionated moments, and
Now
whatever.
I will still, because I know you're asking about debating and all that stuff. I'll still discuss it. I'll have conversations with people. If the topic comes up, I have no problem sharing what I believe or my views, and then if they want to challenge it, we'll go back and forth. But I don't want any heated debates anymore, and I don't want to try to prove them wrong. I don't have that perspective on it anymore.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll get it in soon then, man. We'll revisit this idea of you and me chatting, talking about stuff.
All
And
right.
now that the basketball and the hockey and all that stuff is done, it's almost like, you know, what you got left is baseball until football
I
season starts. Now what?
bingo, bingo, and then you got NASCAR. there'll be a
NAPCAR,
little
yeah.
NASCAR. There'll be like Wimbledon and U.S. Open and all that. And I'll get good naps over the summer, and
Soccer's a big deal, but that's just not my thing.
I wish I could. I want to love it. I know it's the world's biggest sport, and yet I'm gonna watch a whole game and it'll be 0-0. No, thank you.
No,
Come on, man, give me some scoring.
something. It's all about the chanting in the audience for them.
They
That's
are
what keeps
hype.
them occupied.
Put those guys in baseball games. Oh my lord.
Forget it. Baseball will be jumping.
Yeah.
Well, dude, I'll let you go, man.
All right, man.
We'll come back to this. Hopefully, my computer doesn't crap out in the very beginning like it did, and
That's no
we'll
big
have
deal.
better
Stuff.
conversation.
Not a big deal. It happens. I love you, man.
I love you too, bro. We'll talk soon.
All right.
I'll call you tomorrow. Either way.
Okay, you call me. Call me.
All right, bro.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Shawn P. Greene, Shawn P. Greene Show, ShawnPGreene.com. My brother Brandon, he had an album out, a couple albums several years ago that he was a Christian hip hop artist for many, many, many years. That I actually promoted it, and not only that, I was encouraged by it. So you know, that's exciting, man, to have him do a show with me. I haven't used StreamYard in a long time, which is what I'm on right now. So a little rusty with it, but I got to tend to my daughter. And sorry I had to end this stream tonight early, but my daughter is needs tending to, and I'm the parent tonight. So, all right, brothers and sisters, have a good night and enjoy the rest of your week. I'll come back next Tuesday night live and we'll discuss and chat about whatever you want. I'm all down with whatever. Make sure you put comments, subscribe, like, friend request, whatever it is, platform you're on, and let's get it in and donate if you can. And that's all I got. That's all I got to say about that.